All right, here we are.
Yo, what's cracking, boys?
Can you believe that it's already episode 4?
Yo, it's been good.
How fucking crazy.
It's been fun.
All right, and before we start, let's get that fucking intro.
Yo,
in.
hit it.
Cause I'm the E. I don't slang up bang, I just smoke motherfuckers like it ain't no thing.
Oh wow, that's
Yo.
a fucking banger, bro.
That's it, bro.
Oh,
Let's
dude,
fucking get this shit.
I don't want to make another Easy E versus Big E debate, but fuck, Easy E.
Bro,
was
don't
pretty good.
even try it. No one in the comments stood up for Easy, mate. You're
Yeah,
having a
because you said
fucking
that
go.
shit about him having HIV. Like, you know.
Yo,
who
all
gave
I'm
it
saying
to
is he was a positive guy,
him.
right? I don't know what everyone else took from it. I was just saying, he's a cheerful guy. Like, like Magic Johnson. Everyone says he's positive, don't they?
Oh, okay. Speaking of positivity and body positivity, to be specific here, you know what? Something that annoyed me is
What?
I saw this thing the other day.
Things always
and it
annoy
was-
you, don't they?
A lot of things annoy me.
Yeah.
And this thing was really fucking infuriating. So now you guys don't have this context here,
Infuriating.
but for context, both me and JMO are both pretty fit dudes. Like we go to the gym. We're not overly fit, but we go to the gym and we like going to the gym. And I saw this idea that going to the gym is just vain and that you should accept your body and not work towards having a better body because you should just be happy with what you have. What are your thoughts on that?
It's just stupid, isn't it? Like,
It's just fucking stupid.
I don't know.
What do
I mean,
chicks do?
I appreciate you having our first lie on the show by saying I'm a fit dude, mate. I'm what you call,
No.
I'm what you call goes to the gym but doesn't track what he eats fit. So I got arms, but your boy's got a fucking stomach on him. But it is like you just move towards, you aim for something better. You make strides towards it.
I don't like this body positivity for the sake of body positivity. I don't like it. It's like,
Yeah.
if you don't want to make a change, that's fine. You don't need to have a reason to not do something. Like, I don't want to be a doctor. I don't tell myself every day, oh, Basil, you strive to not be a doctor. It is okay to not be, just don't be a doctor.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. I'm not that good at swimming. I don't tell myself every day, I don't need to be good at swimming. I don't, only they're good at swimming because they're fucking vain.
Yeah, I think this because I do get that you see people like these people who are like legit morbidly obese,
Yeah.
and they just get abused for it.
Yeah.
And that's like, it's not okay. Don't be mean to people. Like
Agree.
we're all just about vibes and shit, you know what I mean? Like,
Agree.
but at the same time, then you see the chick and she's like, "What do you mean I'm not as healthy as you?" You're like, well,
Okay.
if
well,
a
yeah,
broccoli
yeah.
hasn't touched your plate in 14 years, I don't know if you can count that, mate. Like, there are levels to this game, yeah?
Yeah. And the thing is, there's always levels. And when you get to the, when you see the models, both girls and guys, especially girls actually, but also with guys, they're not healthy at the extreme level.
No.
Either way you go there, it's a bell curve where there's always an optimum spot where, you need to have that relaxed.
You have a few instances of when you got down, didn't you?
Bro, everyone has, we don't talk about that time though.
Have you
Oh, man.
shortcomings?
Yeah. A few shortcomings.
He actually lost 3 inches off his cock when he did it, mate. Like, that's
Yeah.
all we're saying.
Yeah. I was so hungry, just ate it.
Yeah, man. It was down to 2.
I had to
It was
work on my
crazy.
flexibility for a few weeks. And then once I got that yoga done, then, it is what it is.
Yo, it is what it is.
Yeah. Far out, man. This has been an interesting fucking week, and the social media has been so damn good.
Yeah.
We've been seeing all the YouTube comments, we've been seeing all the feedback we've been getting, all the Instagram messages. That's something I didn't expect, because we have no fucking content on our Instagram, and people are sliding into the DMs, messaging. We're replying to all of them.
That's going to change, by the way. That's going to change. I do appreciate all the people messaging us on Instagram, and I think the way we're going to kind of do it is have Instagram more for the fans. So if you rock with us, go over to the Instagram. That's where we'll be posting, your Q&As and, I don't know, content, like information about the competitions we're going to do in the future. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, head over there, rock with us, and you'll be able to have some
Speaking about
input.
competitions, actually, we still have the one from last week going on. So
Yeah.
if you missed it, I'm not going to explain it again. It's really, really simple. Just go to the podcast before this, episode 3. The first second we discuss it for like 30 seconds. Check it out. You'll get a free beer on us if you win. And there's not very many applicants, so you're probably gonna win it.
Shout out to Ralph.
Yeah,
You did
shout
it,
out
mate.
to the one guy who did
He
it,
did it.
Ralph. And you did a fucking sick one. That was
It was
like
pretty good.
5 seconds to
Yeah.
the chug.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
you
man.
wrapped it, mate. And yeah, like, look, there's still time. We're maybe going to extend it a few more weeks.
A couple of
Maybe.
episodes. So maybe after, we can say episode 6.
Yeah,
Episode 6 will call a winner.
Yeah.
Make sure you enter that one. Super, super easy. Check podcast 3 for
So
the
far,
details.
Ralph's out ahead.
Bro, he's
And
coming
look-
first out of all the applicants.
Yeah, he's coming first. He's also coming last.
Yeah.
There is one person. But that, you know, it is what it is. You just got to rock with what happens in life, you know?
Oh, far out. But yeah, like Jamal was saying, the Instagram is there. You can check it out. There's no content, so have your expectations very low, but you can message us.
That'll change.
It
There'll
will
be some
change.
content.
Yeah, we'll put some content on there. But yeah, the TikTok has been going great, man. You guys have been blowing that shit up with good amount of views, good comments. We really love the interaction we're getting, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, exactly. It's cool. It's cool to have this, you know. Anyway, it's time to get serious.
Let's get serious.
Now, Baz, mate.
Yep.
I've got a question for you.
Cool.
How long does it take you to see a doctor after symptoms start for something?
I know I'm the other side of you.
If you start getting a burning sensation, how long does it take you to say, I think something might be wrong?
So for me, I'm on the bitch side of this because I go pretty quickly.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't get sick very
Oh.
often. I'll get sick maybe, well, actually pretty often compared to people that are really, really resistant to sickness because I'll get sick twice a year, usually.
So
as
you
soon
have a
as
runny nose throughout
yeah.
the entire winter. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So there's always a runny nose that's going on through the whole of winter. But when I get an actual sickness that's more than a runny nose, I'll go to the doctor usually straight away. And
Damn.
that's for two reasons. Firstly, to see if anything's wrong, but secondly, so I can get a notice to not show up at work for a few days.
But do you know what because my whole thing is, if you don't go to the doctor, technically nothing's wrong. Like if you look
That's
at my
not true.
No, if you look at my file, there's no illness there.
Bro, it's not about what's on the file. It's
No, it
about what's
is.
in your body.
What do you mean?
Dude, that's not
Look
a
at
good
the
fucking
file.
mentality.
I've never been sick.
That's like saying I've never taken my car to the service place. It's got an impeccable service record.
Yeah.
It's never had
Okay.
one issue reported.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If there's so many issues, point to it on the record.
There.
Go to it. No, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Nothing there. Perfect health. Perfect. Fucking
recording
fantastic. I think my whole thing is if I know what I've got,
Yeah.
I'll go immediately. Because so
Okay.
if I have so I've had tonsillitis 1,000 times. I
Yeah,
had glandular fever a couple of years ago, and I know the feeling. So on the first day when I start feeling that, I'll be like, okay, let's go get some antibiotics right now so it doesn't get too much worse.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I'll be like, that's a bit weird. That wasn't there before.
But
All right, I'll take
what's
notes.
stopping you is it can't be money because in Australia it's pretty much free. It's a bit annoying, so it could be just lack of
Bro,
convenience.
it's such an effort.
What's
Also,
the
who
effort?
wants to have fucking bad news, you know?
Okay, whoa. Being aware of the bad news is actually good news.
No, it's not.
This is the way I
Finding
view
out
things.
you have 4 weeks left to live is not fun.
Why would you rather just die?
Yeah.
No,
At least I had a good time.
bro. I don't want to die with money in my bank account.
Shut the
Absolutely,
You're too
not.
much of a hoarder, mate.
Yeah.
You talk like you're this Arabic billionaire just buying fucking Rolexes for fun, but you've got that frugal mindset, bro. You ain't about that, dog.
But that's because I don't have 4 weeks to live.
You talk big.
But also, I think that we can move that mentality everywhere. So the way that I view things, whenever you get bad news, I'm sure everyone here has gotten some bad news in the last week or two. A lot of the times, nothing has changed. So if you just found out your girlfriend's cheating on you, you're like, oh fuck, that sucks. But actually, she's been cheating on you for a few weeks, a few months, maybe even a few quarters, or maybe.
Bro,
even
you don't
over a
know
year.
her like that.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that now you've just realized the truth.
Yeah.
So what's happened is nothing has changed about the situation. You're just aware of the actual truth. So it's a good situation to be in now that you're aware of what's
Yeah.
actually happening.
You find out she's cheating on you, so you get into cock porn and then you enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's called
You're able to sit in
turning
the
lemons
corner.
into
you know?
lemonade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a
dog.
different thing to what I'm saying, which is being aware of bad news is different to them. Like if you just got in a crash and then your body got a fucking big injury, okay, that sucks. And you're not aware of anything. But if you had a heart condition and you just found out about it today, then that's excellent news that you just found out about it. Because the heart condition was there regardless if you were going to find out about it.
Yeah, but imagine if you weren't going to find out about it till you're like 85. And by that point, it's like, who gives a shit?
And you would have just overthought it the whole time?
Yeah, but imagine if you get it and then suddenly you stop living your life because you're like, oh, I can't do this because it says you need to have a healthy
Yeah.
heart. You know what I mean? It puts limitations on you.
Okay. No, I agree with you.
That's why
Yeah.
doctors are gay. That's my slogan, 2021.
Wait, that's why doctors are gay?
Yeah.
Because they're homo.
No, they're not homo. They're just, it's like, stop telling me bad news, bro. Just fix me.
I think it's efficient to know the news as soon as you can. So you should get those checkups as often
Bro,
as you
you
can.
ever waited in a waiting room?
I have. It sucks.
It's not efficient. It's
It
the
makes
least
me
efficient
want to
thing
go
in
to
the world.
private fucking doctors and pay the
Yeah,
$200.
exactly. Jesus
Like
Christ.
when I'm sitting there and you always feel like shit, like your head's got a headache, your nose is clogged and you're like, why is this 45 minutes late? Just fucking give me an appointment.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. It makes me lose so much respect for public health workers. You know, at the start of COVID, you're like, yo, like, these people are risking their lives for us. And then once you go to a hospital, you're like, fuck these lazy cunts. Get me in, you dickhead. What's going on?
And they're always so unempathetic.
Oh, bro.
Fucking nurses are so unempathetic. It's like, bro, I've got man flu.
Yeah.
Help me out. Feel sorry for me. Don't tell me that I'm okay.
Give me a sponge bath. Fucking hell.
I get it. The next person next to me has got a fucking heart attack, but I've got a man flu. Help me out, bro. Oh, man. Actually, speaking of efficiency, I was thinking about something the other day, and I would like to get your thought about this.
Hit me.
So, everyone, or not everyone, but you don't know about market efficiency, which is that, you know, things will price itself. But my question is in the sexual market, when it comes to relationships, is there market efficiency? So does one person who's, say, one person's a 7.5, will he tend to get with a girl who's 7.5? And if a guy who's a 9 gets with a girl who's a 6, will he bring her up to a 9 by activities and through whatnot? Or the other way around, if a girl's a 10 dating a 6, is she going to try to get him to go for a better job, get him to get a better haircut, and bring him up to that level where they both kind of get efficient?
I mean, I feel like efficiency is the wrong word for that.
What do you reckon?
What efficiency is the speed in which you do a task. It's not whether a 10 makes a fucking 5 and a 7, you know?
Potato, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Same.
Except potato's not tomato. But so what I would say is, it depends on the person, because for a 5 to get a 10, they're probably a 10 in another area. You know what I mean? They got a big dick, they got money, maybe they're really funny or something like that.
Yeah, so...
How often do you see someone who's legit just a straight 5 overall get with a fucking 10? They've always got other attributes pulling them up.
But there's an overall score.
What's their overall score?
Like, you can see a chick. Okay, so everyone's been in this situation. You see a girl who's like a 9. Really hot, and then you talk to her and there's just no substance. Like, oh, so what do you like doing? Like, what's your ambitions? Oh, I like to travel. It's like, okay, cool. And then, like, there's nothing, like, you know how an onion's got layers? It's a hollow onion. It's either a hollow onion or it's a dense onion with just one fucking layer.
I'm not gonna lie, I find girls who say I like to travel way more interesting than girls who are like, I'm gonna become the vice manager at KPMG by this Friday. It's like, what do you mean, bro?
Well, because
what's the substance? You just have your job and that's it.
No, because I mean, it depends on who you are. But if you want to find someone who's aligned, not exactly the same, but aligned at least with your long-term goals. So if your long-term goal is to, I don't know, be successful in comedy, then you want to find a girl who enjoys comedy. You don't want to find a girl who's super, super serious and wants to do law and fucking doesn't like to go to comedy shows.
You don't need to get a comedian. You just need to find someone who enjoys it.
Exactly. But they need to be aligned.
Okay, but why, if you're trying to be a corporate person, why do you need to find someone who wants to be a corporate person?
You want to find someone who can deal with you working the hours.
Yeah. And the girl who likes to travel can fuck off to Madrid while you're working 70 hours on your dime.
Yeah, while she's getting fucked by Pablo, I'm out here working in the office paying for it.
Yeah, I know. That's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds like
also no, but imagine how depressing it would be if you're working 70 hours and so is she, and then you guys just both have no energy for each other.
I don't think that's the case.
Cap.
So yeah, this could be cap because I've never done it and I've never seen anyone do it.
Yeah.
But if you're both working long hours, I feel like you'd be both finished work and then you would just have like a power fuck and then like do some drugs and then, you'll do some alcohol and then.
What was that?
As in, like, you'd have a power session and it would be the best. And then you would de-stress each other and then get straight back to it, you know?
I call cap.
You don't reckon that'd happen? You think you'd just be so exhausted?
Well, yeah, I just think that people they get too drained by it all. And also, like, let's be real. How long do you want to hear about their day at work? Like, I've got things to talk about, bro.
Honestly, I totally get what you mean. Because the last thing I want to talk about is how your fucking drama at work happened, and it's the same fucking thing, just a different event. Like, I totally get what you mean.
Yeah, I think everyone has their type, but I've always liked people who are different because it brings something new, you know? The idea, like, people say you want to find the fucking girl version of yourself. And I'm like, why on earth would I want that?
I agree with that.
I know how annoying I am. That does not sound appealing to me.
Yeah. I'm with you there. Because you want to find someone who you know will put up with you and, like, will find your jokes funny.
Yeah, but also just someone who's different. Like, why would you want to have exactly the same hobbies as the other person? Because then you're just saying, oh, yeah, how funny is this? And that person's like, yeah, that's funny. And then what? You just sit there agreeing all the time.
No.
Like, find someone who has some shit that's, like, entertaining.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, no. Because I think that you can't be similar because opposites attract. It's a fact that if you have
Yeah.
differences in opinion, you're going to get fucking probably turned on from that. The girls definitely will. Whether the guy does, this depends on his debating ability. Maybe they won't, but who knows?
Fucking hell.
What do you mean?
I didn't know you got turned on by watching the presidential debates, mate.
Dude, as if you don't.
Wow.
Like with chicks.
The way Biden said he wants to have a 40% tax plan.
Have you
Just
ever
biting
had,
my lip.
bro, have you ever had like a really, really intellectual conversation with a chick and it just gets so fucking heated, but they're putting back as much as you're giving in?
Sure.
It's fucking very, very hot, bro. It's very hot.
I know you say that. I don't think the girls, when she's walking away calling you a pig, I don't think she's really saying,
Okay, no, I'm
have
not being like,
sex with him.
I'm not being like,
I
you
think
deserve
you're
to
more
get
like-
paid less than men.
You're
No,
more
it's
like, yo, that's what you say though. Let's be
No.
real. Yo, keep it a buck. You were saying that before. Before he's like, yo, wasn't it good when they were like property? I was
when
like,
does that
dude,
stop?
stop. What do you mean? We don't believe that in 2020, 2021, you know?
It is fucked how it's not only just 2021.
Yeah.
We're 3 months in. The first quarter is
Yeah,
finished.
no, I don't like that. Time moves too fast.
If
mate.
we were in school, the first term would be over.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
How fucked? Would it be actually? Because it is a month that you get for free in the beginning.
I think you start at Feb, so probably
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
but
probably not.
still, it's a fucking long time.
That is
It's a bit
insane.
And shit still isn't really normal yet.
It's not normal at all. It's the exact same as late 2020. Oh
Yeah.
no, but Australia had a little out. Sorry, Sydney had a bit of an outbreak in the northern suburbs.
Yeah, they kind of cracked down a bit.
Yeah, that
Although,
fucked
to
it.
be honest with you, like, Sydney's been pretty normal, aside from you have to wear masks on, like, public transport and you
Not
can't
tomorrow.
have clubs and festivals. Yeah, thank God.
Tomorrow we will no longer need to wear masks on public transport.
I've been wearing them for months.
I'm not going to say that story. But yeah, I did wear them once because I didn't want to get questioned by anyone. So I just
Yeah.
wore it. I didn't want to talk to anyone. So I just wore the mask and I had to buy it from a vending machine for $6 fucking
Yeah,
dollars.
no, none of that. My
Bro.
biggest issue with it, it's so funny because you see the people in America and they're like, this is against my freedom. And they just keep
Oh.
saying freedom a bunch of times. And it's just like, shut the fuck up, mate.
Dude,
What is this?
this is fucking hilarious. I accidentally walked into one of those protests in Bondi. I think I put on my story. It would have been a month and a half, or maybe 2 months ago.
No idea.
In Bondi, they were just walking, which is one of the most left-leaning suburbs in Sydney. Let me just say it that way. So they're usually for this type of stuff, like wearing masks. And they were saying like, masks are for China, masks are for bringing in like spyware. It was like the weirdest debate ever. And I was walking the same direction they were walking in. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I fucking love protests.
Do you?
I fucking love them so much. And it's not like there was protests here all the time because I live in the city and there's protests every single time.
I don't think I've ever been to a protest.
Really?
Yeah, never.
Whenever I see a protest, I always join in. Like the other one was for the...
Do you like just decide to choose the other side? Like
No, I
each
just
time?
walk. I don't say anything. I just walk with them because half the cunts don't have signs. So I just walk with them, pretend I'm with them.
Right.
So the other day it was because we had a... Do you know what happened with Christian Porter?
I have no
Some
idea
politician in Australia had a thing 10, 15 years ago when he was sick. When he was 20, he was with a 15-year-old, I think. And then now they're starting to say like, it was that. And it was also the stuff we were talking about yesterday with our last podcast about the girl not getting home safe. So they
Right.
combined both of that and it was all about women's rights. I was like, yeah, fucking sick. I can join this. So I just joined it, walked with them for like maybe a kilometer. I fucking love protests.
You
bro.
started like hitting on the girl, like, "Hey, baby, how you doing? Yo, let me talk to you for a second."
Dude, I love them so much. It's because everyone is walking there. Everyone's feeling empowered. Everyone's feeling, I don't know, everyone feels so confident. I just love protests. So even if I don't know what the fuck the cause is, I'll join them.
It makes a bit more sense now when I saw that story of you with the white supremacists. I was like,
Oh,
does he know he's not white? I'm a bit confused by this. Like,
That's not true, by the way. That's
you
a
know
joke.
when they say, "We hate the Muslims," they talk about you, mate. Like, I don't know why he's American. That's just what I assume, you know.
I can just imagine me walking there like, oh wait, I don't support this. I'm fucking dipping.
I don't believe that. I believe people are like, I'm here. You know what I mean? It's a bit of a walk.
The worst ones, and I'm not going to mention which ones had these, but a couple of them have had these stages where it's such a hot topic in the media that there'll be a protest on Tuesday, there'll be a protest on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and they'll do it for 5 consecutive days. The first day, it's like everyone is there. The whole of Sydney is just packed with people with signs. The next day, it's at like maybe 60%
Yeah.
capacity. By the time Friday comes back, people have exhausted their fucking personal leave days.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 people and there's 100 cops. And then there's like one person with a sign and it's just, they've lost their confidence. They've lost that empowerment they had all other days. And it's just one person walking by themselves.
Yeah, they're just muttering to themselves. You can't really distinguish them between the homeless guy on the side of the corner with the fucking sign that says, I just got kicked out of my house, please give me food and shit.
Bro, I literally thought they were homeless. And then I read the sign and it was like, free Assange. I'm like, oh, dude, that was fucking 3 days ago. You read the
sign
bro.
and said freedom mandem and you're like, ah.
Bro,
gotcha.
I love freedom mandem.
Yo.
I love that shit. But he ain't done nothing. He ain't done nothing, bro.
Yo. So kind of wrapping up to the content, topics we've had today, us both being gym rats and also, like you were just talking about, you know, women's rights and like the hot button topic it is.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Please.
And we'll pose it to society.
Okay.
I assume all of society will listen.
Everyone.
Every single one.
I did a stock take.
Okay. If you saw a guy hitting fucking buys at the gym, you'd be like,
Yeah.
and he's got mad biceps, you'd be like, yo, shit, like your fucking arms look sick, bro. And it's just
of course.
normal.
Yep.
I was at the gym and I saw this chick walk past and she had the fatty, bro. Like a fat ass. Yeah,
Okay. Fat ass. Cool.
I want to know, if you walked up to her and you treated her like a bro, is it still sexual harassment to compliment her on her ass? But if you're like, hey, yo, bro, those are some sick glutes right there. You know what I mean? Like, how much do you squat, bro? Like, if you call her bro a lot of times and act like you're talking to a guy, is it still sexual assault?
Oh,
you know what I
man.
mean?
It all depends on the girl.
Yeah.
So, like, look, if you're gay, then it's totally fine. If you do it in a gay voice, it's not weird at all. The girl could be the biggest introvert and she'll be like, oh, thank you so much.
What's a gay voice?
Oh my God, you've got the biggest, fattest ass.
The views of Basil do not align with the views of the Milk Bucket podcast. Please listen with viewer discretion.
No, I think that if you do that, you'll get away with it. But I think...
Yeah, I know, I just don't think that's the gay voice.
The thing
I think
is,
that
okay,
we're
you know
2021,
I
brother.
was about to say it's a double standard, but it isn't.
What?
If you, compliment a girl's ass
Why?
versus complimenting a guy. It's not a double standard because if you complimented a guy's ass, it'd be just as fucking weird. You'd be like, oh, thanks, but is there anything else that you noticed?
Like my bias?
Yeah, exactly. If you complimented a girl's buys, there's no way she wouldn't be offended.
Yeah, but the reaction is still mad different. Because if a guy said like, "Yo, dude, nice glutes. How much you squat?" I'd be like, I don't know, bro, 120. What do you think? Like, but I wouldn't be like, fucking, please help us. You know what I mean? So it is still a different reaction. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh shit. All right, I think it's time to do a bit of a Q&A segment. Hey.
Yeah, let's hit the Q&A up, baby.
All right, so I'll start off with the
TikToks?
TikTok. So I think that we decided to change it, by the way. So the TikTok gets cluttered really quickly.
Yeah.
So what's the better ways that you can reach out to us?
I think Instagram, to be honest with you. Still, you know, if you post on TikTok, it's fine. We'll read it anyway. But
Absolutely.
because the Instagram goes away after a certain amount of time, we can just do it every week and keep it a bit more consistent. So
Exactly.
we'll run through all the ones today, just so
we can do
get
it on
them all out.
Instagram. It'll be on the thumbnail. It'll be on the link in the bio. Like it's got all the links there. Yeah.
It's called the Milk Bucket Podcast.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So the first question is, do you ever think, how many of the fans actually like us for who we are?
Not until right now.
Honestly, I haven't thought about that. What does that mean, like us for who we are?
Who said that question?
Yeah, Jesus, man. And this is Vincent Staten 19. Thank you very much for the...
Vinny, why are you fucking making me feel self-conscious?
Bro, I have no idea. All right, BotKing69 asks, what's your favorite drink?
Does he mean like... I mean, I guess I'm a Tui's new man. That's my beer of choice.
Okay. Mine used to be Han Super Dry, but it's changed.
What is it?
VB. Ever since that time at the clock, when they ran out of every other beer and the only one they had left was VB, I was like, holy fuck, this shit is a lot tastier than I thought.
They didn't have VB.
Yeah.
They had nothing.
That was the last one we got.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't it?
No, they gave us some IPA.
I swear the last one was because we went upstairs and then we got VB.
So what happened was we were at a pub. We'll just quickly tell this story and then keep going. We're at a pub and this guy was like, it was for Baz's birthday. And
True.
Yeah, it was actually. I was trying to think if it was your sister or not, but it was for your birthday, and we were sat there. We're like, oh yeah, can we get some beers? He's like, yeah, no worries. He finds out his birthday, and he's like, yo, I got you guys. So we go there, and he's like, look, bad news, we've got none of those. We're like, all right, what about this? He says, yeah, no worries. Goes off. Sorry guys, bad news.
Later.
Comes back, then says, let's go. If we go upstairs, I think they've got stuff there. So we go up there. Long stairs, steep.
Yep.
45-degree angle.
Yep. Treacherous.
You know what I mean? We've got those little like pickaxe things that they use to climb mountains to pull ourselves up. You know what I mean? We have a fucking carabiner attached to the side of the railing. We get up there, no beers. We have to fucking abseil down. That's how steep this place is, right?
Yep.
Get there. And then man's like, I mean, we got some IPAs if you want to have that.
Bro, he said, I have a VB.
And then
I remember your face was like, oh, then give us a fucking VB. Because you know it was a good option.
No, bro, because I remember we tasted the IPA and neither of us liked it.
Ah, okay.
I
Anyway,
think we also ended up drinking liquor, to be honest with you. Remember, he gave us a free vodka soda.
He did,
we did. We had
he
no
gave us-
beer at
he
the
gave
end. I
us-
think.
Yeah, because he gave us 2. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
next
Phoebe's
question.
now my favorite. Next question by Meluzikos. I don't know how to say that. Meluzikos.
Say that 3 times.
He asks, other content that the podcast? I think he means, are you going to make other content aside from the podcast, like IRL stuff, gaming, etc.?
We could. I mean, it really just depends what the fans want, and
Yeah,
also
absolutely.
like editing times,
Yeah.
because it takes a lot of it takes a lot of behind the scenes
The
shit
biggest
to do.
thing for us is subtitling. And I knew before I did YouTube that subtitling would be a bitch, but I didn't know how much of a bitch it would be.
Yeah, so we're looking into it. If anyone wants to be an unpaid intern in the Sydney area, fucking hit us up. But yeah, if you have suggestions for other stuff, make sure to hit us up, and we'll look into it. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah. All right. The next question is, have you ever / are you thinking about adding someone to the podcast? For the first episode, I thought there were 3 hosts, TBH.
Yeah, that's crazy. How did you think that?
And this is Zoe YouTube. Zoe YT.
Hey, Zoe, how you doing, girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Who knows? We'll see what happens in the future.
I mean,
but-
we would love to have guests at one stage.
Oh, yeah.
I've put this out here that I want to get a crypto expert and just fucking ask him so many questions. And
Yo, if there's a crypto expert in the Sydney region, shoot us a message.
bro, we
We'll
would
see what can
love to
happen.
have you on board.
That would be a bit
love
funny.
to, but ideally it would be face cam on at that stage,
Yeah, we'll see.
so that we can get a bit more facial reaction, stuff like that.
Yeah. But we'll see, like potentially in the future when we have like a studio situation, maybe the person who runs the shit for us, we kind of part of the show, kind of like
Absolutely,
Jack to
yeah.
Hamish and Andy, or
Yeah, like
Jamie
Jack.
to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Yeah, at the moment it's just us two, but yeah. who
Yeah.
knows?
So second last question on the TikTok is what is the most surreal / weirdest difference between Australia and other places that you've lived / visited, such as the US? You can
Well,
start.
you've lived overseas, so why don't you probably got more substance here, and I'll think of something.
Okay. So I think that the biggest difference, we'll start off with first world countries, because I've lived in third world countries and I've lived in Australia. I haven't lived in any other first world countries. The biggest difference between Australia and other first world countries, I find, is that if you grew up in Sydney, specifically Sydney, maybe Perth as well, you will never be impressed by another beach. You will
Yeah.
never. It is physically impossible for you to come from Sydney and be like, oh, that's a beautiful beach in Bali or Thailand.
You know what it is? You'll be impressed by water, but like
Yep.
the sand is so soft and lovely in Sydney, or in just Australia as a whole.
We
Like,
have 0 shells on our beach. We have 0
Yeah.
rocks. It is just smooth, warm sand. And the water is always beautiful. And it's just like, you will never be impressed by, like, the local beach is Manly Beach. And it's just, or Bondi Beach. And they're just known to be world-class top beaches.
Yeah, they are quite nice. I've got one,
Yeah.
which I noticed when I was in Japan, because I did a bit of traveling there.
Yep.
You just, when you're in those kind of countries in that like climate, you take the sunlight for like advantage in Australia. So I was there and it was mad cold. There wasn't much sun, even when there was
weather.
sun. I remember on the second last day, there was a day where it was 7 degrees and there was a little bit of sun out of the hostel we were staying at. And that was like, I felt like it was amazing because I've been there for like 3 weeks at the time. So like, I was like, yo, feel this. And then you get back to Sydney and
It's
you're like,
just
Jesus
flooded.
Christ, it's 30 degrees. You got a
Yeah.
nice sun. It's just like, you take take for granted the,
For
the
granted.
weather here. Like,
Bro, so I was living in Jordan. It's a country in the Middle East, and it was in the winter over there because in the southern hemisphere it's the other way around. So winter is in the middle of the year, and then summer is like December, Jan, around then. And it was freezing cold, snowing, and it was like -5, 10 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's freezing and it's snowing. And then I come to Australia, and it's like mid-20s, high, like which is low 90s in America. Like beautiful, beautiful blue skies. And it's just like, it doesn't get cold in Sydney. The
Yeah,
coldest
it
it gets is like 10 degrees, which is not, it's just 10 degrees above freezing. So it's like, it doesn't get that cold.
I'd call in Sydney.
Yeah.
10 degrees feels cold in Sydney.
It does.
It doesn't feel nice.
Exactly.
But
But that's
yeah.
because we're used to the beautiful weather.
Yeah, but the thing is, even in winter, even when you have colder days, it's still sunny.
Yeah.
It's just
absolutely.
not temperature wise. So it's just, so in the last like 2 weeks or so, it's just been raining constantly in Sydney.
Yeah.
And you've noticed that the vibe is so much worse. And the last couple of days it's been sunny and it's felt like a different city.
Bro,
It's like
it
everyone
was
seems way more
amazing.
happier and shit because like we're just back to normal, I guess.
Yeah. We're just flooded with, like, honestly, I would recommend Australia to anyone on
Yeah,
earth. Doesn't matter where you're from. Like, it's just an amazing country.
It's a vibe, man.
Definitely would recommend it. And then if you come here, say hi to us so we can take you out for a
Yeah,
beer.
100.
Now, the last question is any idea, any plans for merch? And the guy says, I'm in the bucket with a graphic for you, and a graphic of you in the bucket. I guess that's just like a t-shirt design. I'm not a graphic designer, but if you want to use it, feel free to. And the guy's name is Moronic Idiot 529.
Well, moronic idiot, I don't think you're a moronic idiot. I
Neither
think
do
you're
I.
a smart guy.
I think you're a
Look,
moronic
we've
retard.
spoken about that. We've spoken about the idea of merch because, I mean, the reality is editing costs, studio costs, all the things that we want to take this to the next level require like investments and shit. So, you know, being able to get that would help us a lot. But it all depends on the fans, essentially. So, like, maybe, I don't know, what do you think? Maybe we should make like an expression of interest kind of thing.
Yeah, because look, that's a great idea. That's a great thought. And I think we could do merch. I don't know if we have enough of a fan base to justify the costs. Yeah, what do you reckon?
We could potentially do something because I don't think making repeated shit is cool. I like having stuff that goes
unique.
So maybe we could make something for the first 100.
Dude, I think
first 100 listeners, and like, you know, hopefully this shit blows up, and then in the future,
or even first 50 or first 25, like a really exclusive.
We've already got more than that, bro.
Yeah, but this is like really exclusive T-shirt. You can, I don't know. You let us know what you want. We'll actually do a Google question.
We'll do a Google Forms.
Yeah,
maybe we'll give you a few different options for like what we're thinking.
Yeah,
you know, like fucking, would you rather a hoodie or a T-shirt or
Sweet.
fucking keychain or whatever. And so if that seems cool to you, if potentially getting something that would be very collectible, like we're not going to release it again. If we did more merch in the future, it would be something completely different.
Yeah.
But it would kind of be to signify that you're within the first fucking group of buckets.
Yeah. And then there'll be only 25 or 50 t-shirts, and that's it. And it'll say on it, I'm one of the top 50. And if the podcast blows up and there's millions of followers, fucking that shit. Imagine being
That'd
the
be
first.
So cool.
Imagine being the first 50 of the Joe Rogan podcast or the Impulsive podcast or something like that.
It's not even that. Imagine having a T-shirt from the first 50 when it's got like millions.
Dude. Anyway,
it's like a collectible item you hang next to your fucking basketball jersey of Michael Jordan.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so we'll go to the description of the YouTube video. We'll put a Google link there just so we can see roughly how many people would be interested in that. And if it's feasible, we'll see if we can make it happen.
Yeah,
and that way. Yeah, we can do that, and that'll get us to be able to get the videos longer, get the videos more often, and then hopefully we'll get cams very, very soon.
Yeah, and look, it's all just we have to see. You know, if it's not feasible, we can't do it. But potentially, if we can do it, we can run competitions for like what you guys think design should be and stuff like that, and then potentially winner gets free fucking T-shirt or reimbursed T-shirt. I don't know, but we can make it. Yeah. You know, this is about. It's so cool seeing all the fan interaction. So I think like. Making it something where the fans can, you know, have input would be pretty fucking cool in my opinion. But yeah, so check the description of the Spotify, of the Apple Music, of the fucking YouTube, and there'll be a link there. Just a few questions, get your idea, and we'll be able to see. One thing I should actually say.
Yeah.
So we originally had one hosting service with the podcast. Essentially, for people who don't know, you pay a service, you host your video on it, and then it gets distributed to all the other ones that you know, like Spotify and Apple. So Spotify doesn't actually have it. They just use a directory to a different place.
Anyway.
And we posted the first episode there and then realized it was a kind of shitty service. So we had to swap to another one. And now on Spotify, there's two milk buckets. Now, I'm pretty sure the first one will go away in 90 days. But we deactivated the account and now can't get back into the account to take it down. So for everyone trying to make sure they find the newest episode, type in Milk Bucket Podcast onto Spotify or Apple or whatever. And when you see it, the author of it will be Milk Bucket, whereas the previous one was just Milk.
Just Milk, yeah.
And there'll be 3 or 4 episodes or whatever. So you better see it. Because a lot of people are like, when's the next episode coming out?
Exactly, yeah. A lot of people are stuck on the YouTube one. Well, it's just a different one. So we have 2 accounts there. One of them is inactive. We've tried to delete it, but it's going to take like 90 days.
Yeah, so bit of a sack, but it'll eventually go further. But just if you type in Milk Bucket, the real one should appear on top.
Oh, sweet. Okay, beautiful.
But a lot of people, I guess, are just typing in milk, and then
it's the one with all the podcasts in it. So one of them only has 1, the other one has like 3 now, and you'll have 4 by the time you hear this.
Anyway, we've got a few more from the Spotify.
Oh, from the Insta.
Oh, yeah, the Insta. Sorry.
Yeah, sweet.
One from Zowie W.
Which that's Zoe. Yeah, Zoe.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is that Zoe?
Yeah, from TikTok.
I don't think that's Zoe, mate. I thought Zoe was a fucking girl.
I didn't want to say Zowie because it sounds like Yowie.
He might be Yowie, dude.
Oh, Yowie Haven.
Yo, maybe. Who knows, bro? It could be a bit of fun. He says, or she says, who knows?
Yep.
Most powerful VeggieTales character. I don't even know what fucking VeggieTales is. mate, to be honest with you.
VeggieTales?
What the fuck is that?
Vegetables?
No, VeggieTales.
Veggie, like vegetables.
Yeah.
What the fuck is VeggieTales?
Is it like a vegan blog or something?
Bro, I don't know. Zoe, please come back to us and tell us what VeggieTales
Yeah, let us know,
is.
you know. We got Tyler GH.
Yep.
What made the two of you want to do a podcast? How long will you do it for?
Ideally forever.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun, you know?
Yeah.
Who knows? Depends on how it grows. Depends on if it can start paying
honestly,
bills and shit.
We were just playing games like GeoGuess and stuff like that and having lols. We put some of them on TikTok and people fucking thought it was funny. So we thought we'll just continue with this.
Yeah, we were playing GeoGuessr,
Yeah.
got bored of it, and then said, yo, imagine if we just fucking debated each other on
Yeah.
topics we don't agree with. And then we're like, yo, let's fucking do it.
And it slowly segued to
And
a
then
podcast.
people are just like, yo, where's the podcast? I'm like, wait, should we do a fucking podcast? All right.
Yeah, dude, on the Omegle video that blew up, it has like 400k views. Everyone was like, where's the podcast? Where's the podcast? So here the fuck it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Indie English says, will you be uploading more to Spotify? Again, type in Milk
Yeah.
Bucket Podcast. There's
I
two.
think that's the duplicate.
Choose the one, yeah. What podcast do you listen to get your inspiration?
I love Joe Rogan and I love Impulsive and I love Hamish and Andy when they have video on. I'm too ADHD to watch it without video, ironically.
Yeah, I like, I don't know, I listen to too many, but probably you got your Legion of Skanks, your Hamish and Andy's, fucking Tiger Belly. I don't know, there's a lot. I listen
Yeah.
to too many podcasts. I'm that white guy who has
I think
20 podcasts on his things.
Podcasts are so good. I really love listening to them.
AA Graham says, oh my god, I'm your biggest fan. Not really what Q&A means, but yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Shout out to Aaron AJL on the fucking YouTube.
Nah, hey, I'm Aaron is what his thing is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Vinny Ride says, can you post more, twice or more a week?
We were thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we want to have action-packed episodes. And if we're doing this too often, it's going to just be it's going to be a conversation. If we had guests, so there'll be something to talk about, then absolutely.
I would absolutely love having one episode which is just us,
Yeah.
and then one episode with guests a week. So we get the two.
Dude.
I mean, that's what Impulsive do. They have the boys episode, and then they have the
I think
two.
that's important because when you have a guest on, it can't be about you. Well, I know
Yeah.
that some people make it about them, but you have to make it about them because if you have a crypto expert, for example, you don't want to be talking about fucking whether slapping a guy's ass is gay. It's like you're not using his expertise.
He might be like, well, it depends. Is it tokenized or not? Well, it's non-fungible, so I don't think it's gay at all.
Oh man, dude, I'd be so keen for that fucking episode.
Yo, that'd be sick. Yo, if we got any fucking, even if it's an expert in some shit that's not crypto, like just something,
Just an expert.
hit us up.
Dude, we
It'd be so
would
much
love
fun.
to talk about any topic. So if we
Yeah,
have an expert
legit.
in anything,
If
virtual,
you're a
we
fucking
can do it.
dancer, if we could get a stripper or a hooker, how fun would that content be? Mate?
Dude, but we need a video if we're gonna have like a hot chick there.
Maybe. Yeah.
Should she come dressed up?
Wait, are we recording us having sex with her, or is this a podcast?
Yeah,
I'm
well-
a bit confused. Are you
well, we
trying to get that airtight? What's going on?
Dude,
mate?
imagine if you're just listening to a podcast and in the background it's just. And welcome to episode 6 of
Can
the
you
Milk
imagine?
Bucket.
Can you imagine how impressed the listeners would be though if you did hear that? But also we're maintaining constant voice. So it's like, how do you feel about this? It's not like, okay, so how do you feel?
And then you're getting her say as well. Oh, I'm just imagining her giving a BJ.
Share
just like,
microphones.
yeah, it's like, well, yeah, I don't think it's that bad.
Okay. Yeah, the last one, Chris Becker.
Chris Becker.
Yeah. How
What's
did
he
you
saying?
loose your virginity?
Oh, that's a fucking story there. Do you want to go first or should I?
Mine's not that interesting aside from at the end.
What do you mean? What happened at the end?
Well, so Father John let me get out of the cubicle, and
No!
nah, I don't know.
The confession room.
Yeah, look, I confessed to my sins. He said that's not good enough.
Yeah, he said, let me make it worse. He
Here's
went back
what
to
it
his
is.
side and made the
He
sin go
said,
away.
if you're walking on ice, you might as well dance. And I was like, I mean, okay,
Oh,
Father.
man. I remember, because mine was like years after James's. So, yeah. So, mine was like maybe 2 years after yours.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. And so I was working at a market and I was selling candles for my friend's company. I met this chick that was walking, down this, and she was a tourist in Australia.
She was Russian.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was Russian. And yeah, we
High
talked.
five.
Yeah, we talked. I got her number, And I was nervous as shit because, you know, when you're a virgin, everything is crazy, bro. Like getting a number is like a huge achievement. You haven't realized that fucking 60% of the chicks are going to ghost you after you get the number. Anyway, so we were talking, went back to her place, and yeah.
What do you mean, dude? She's just busy. She's going to get back to it.
Don't worry, man. She's just lesbian. Nah, dude. Anyway, so that's how that one happened to me. Very uneventful. But yeah, wasn't too bad.
Yo, okay. The story time for the week. Message us on Instagram. What is your wildest virginity loss experience?
We actually have one with it's not a virginity loss, but Fart Smeller from last episode got back to us via the Insta. He slid into our DMs and clarified his story.
So we thought he was talking about a lady boy or some shit happening to his mate. It turns out in his country, I think it was in Uganda, he told me.
Okay.
What happens was a lot of times, instead of getting a taxi or an Uber, you'll get a motorbike.
Yep.
And so, you know, you'll have the guy who's driving and then you'll have your ones.
Cool.
And so normally if there's a guy and a girl, the guy would get on first, the chick would sit side saddle behind him.
That sounds...
What happened was the girl got on first and the guy sat behind. Because it's a motorbike, they're crammed together. So her ass is on his cock the entire time.
So he's just fucking riding that booty.
There's mad potholes. So she's essentially just grinding up on him, fucking teasing him. And she wasn't even keen. She was just fucking with him the entire time.
Bro, it sounds like she was kind of keen.
No, that's the thing.
But
she was just like, you know, she was fucking being a bit of a cunt. Like,
so is the fart smeller laughing at the fact that this guy was grinding on a chick for a while? Or is he laughing at the fact that she power moved him by riding his bike?
No, it wasn't even his. The guy, there's still the driver. There's 3 people on the bike.
Oh, yeah. What?
So she's essentially not into this guy, but she's like, yeah, let me fuck with this little fucking virgin right here. Oh my God. And sits in front. So man just busted in his pants because the potholes in Uganda need to be fixed.
Bro, that's fucking amazing, man. Good on him. That's not an embarrassing
It's not too bad. But yeah, cheers for the clarification, Fart Smeller. But yeah, so everyone, head over to the Instagram. Tell us your funniest virginity loss story. It could have been happening to you, to a friend. Yeah. We don't have to say names if you're scared. We can keep
it anonymous.
You know, it's up to you.
Yeah.
But hit us up and the winner or
what's the best way to do that? I think that you can leave a comment if you're proud of it.
I think Instagram.
But yeah, you can just slide into our DMs.
Because we said, by the way, with the beer thing that we were talking about, I think Zach posted on TikTok because no one fucking did it. Just send us the video on Instagram and we can
send it on Instagram, post it on TikTok, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what that story made me think about?
What's that?
Have you heard the saying, I'm just doing hot girl shit?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Bro, I swear, the girls that are always doing hot girl shit are fucking never hot.
Yeah.
I've never seen Margot Robbie just being like, oh yeah, I'm just doing hot girl shit.
Yeah, they're always, whores.
What did you say?
Whores.
Bro, I don't understand it. Like, why do they think that they're doing fucking hot girl shit? They're literally just doing their nails. And they're saying, oh yeah, doing hot girl shit.
Yeah, literally. They just sat there, bukkake on their faces, I'm doing hot girl shit. It's like, nah, bro, what are you talking about?
Bro, bukkake on the face would be hot girl shit.
No. Can you ever imagine Margot Robbie getting fucking 17 dudes nut on her face?
I have imagined that many times.
Okay, yeah, sure. Has it happened, but I don't think so, mate.
I mean, deep inside, I like to think that it has.
What
deep
you think,
inside,
like
bro.
DiCaprio, all those boys in Wolf of Wall Street, like, hey, yo, get over here.
Jonah Hill.
Hey, Jonah Hill, come on. You're right. It is just an excuse to be a bit of a slut, isn't it? Like,
yeah. Is Margot Robbie the hottest girl alive?
No, she's not.
Who beats her?
What do you mean? There's a million girls who beat her.
Who?
She's hot because she's got clout. If we're talking pure physical attractiveness.
She's hot because she is fucking really hot.
Nah. Go on Instagram, and we've talked about this. Go on Instagram and look at those like Russian fucking 13s.
They're not 13s.
Not 13 years old.
Also, have you heard Margot Robbie talk with her accent?
Her accent's horrible.
Bro, her accent's so hot.
No, it's not.
Bro.
You're thinking of where she says, and daddy, I'm not going to be wearing anything but short skirts.
Yeah, I am thinking that.
That's not her fucking accent. Her accent's like, yeah, I'm from the Central Coast. How you doing, sweetheart?
What is it with Americans always confusing Aussie accents? Like some of them think it's South African. That's a fair assumption. That's a fake. That's a very similar accent to Australia and New Zealand. So Australia, you can confuse it with... About? Okay, as an Australian...
It's more similar to English. South African is.
I think it's as far away from English as Australia is.
No, okay. The language, the accent that the world knows about Australia is not the north. So you have the Bogan accent, which is, yeah.
fucking dickhead. Get out of here.
Oi, get over here, Shirley.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
there's a kangaroo in me boots. But like,
This
there's
is
also
good.
then the educated Australian
Exactly.
accent.
And there's also
the
like,
I finished year 12 accent, you know?
yeah, exactly. And there's, so you know how in England you've got the posh Boris Johnson accent?
Boris Johnson doesn't have a posh... I mean, he's
Very-
got a posh accent, but he also rolls his R's.
Yeah, exactly. There's that posh accent, and there's also the posh London accent, like the West London accent. But then you also have the roadman accent. It's like,
Freedom Mandem.
freedom man don't do nothing. You got that accent, and then you
Please don't do that again.
man don't do nothing. Come down to my streets.
What are you
know.
even saying,
Yeah, I
mate?
don't know. Anyway, so then you've also
Jesus.
got like Manchester. It's the same in Australia. So you come to Sydney, you're going to have a different accent to Brisbane. For the same white boy, it's going to sound a lot more bogan the more north you go. And then you have Western Sydney, which is like Lebos or what we call the Wogs. So it's like Lebos,
Again,
Arabs, Greeks.
He's Arab. That's
Yeah.
why he said that.
Yeah, so that's
He's
my
not a
people.
white guy. Please don't cancel us.
So my accent isn't Western Sydney because I didn't grow up in Western Sydney, but it's a
Because he was
it's-
educated.
Oh, dude, don't say
I'm
that. No, no, no.
joking.
So Western Sydney is amazing.
Yo,
and
can we just have a quick shout out to the Aussies? Because
Are there any?
I just looked at the stats. Yeah, they overtook the UK as the second most second place that they
way.
listen to us most. Yeah,
fucking
fucking
oath.
respect,
Oi,
guys. We
let us
appreciate
know
that
if you're
shit.
Aussie. Oh no, just everyone's gonna say they're Aussie.
Yeah. It's an international podcast, but it is cool to see the
Yeah.
fucking boys at home
Yeah.
repping us.
I actually like the fact that we have we have fucking Ugandans and Germans,
It's crazy.
and people from from California or US or whatever.
It's cool.
That's the best because we can ask questions that we don't know the answers to.
Yeah, 100.
Like, who the fuck do you pay tips to? Who the fuck do you why do you calculate the tax before you pay, or do you just guess that they've done it correct?
Yeah.
Genuine
Yeah.
question, by the way.
How much does it cost for an hour in the red light district? There are a few things we want to know. You know what I mean?
I know the answer to that.
What do you think? Cheaper?
Than
Cheaper, more
Australia?
expensive?
Then Thailand.
Yeah. Was there tariffs or what?
Oh, bro! Imagine if they didn't pre-calculate the tax on your fucking hooker. So you came in thinking to spend 400, it's actually 440.
There's just like a little fucking dude with glasses being like, oh, well, actually over here, you know, we're just gonna
Oh,
sort
the
out this
fucking
thing.
taxation there.
Are there any tips? It's like, what? I just gave her my tip, mate. What are you talking about?
Oh, bro. Budgeting for shit like holidays is such a Hail Mary.
Bro,
you literally
just
have no
fucking
idea.
wing it, dude. Who cares?
Actually, speaking of it, so would you, if you had this situation where you could either gain 5 years of life, so suddenly you're 5 years older, but you've got $500,000 tax-free, or you go back 5 years and you have all the knowledge that you have today.
Go back 5 years, easy.
You do that?
Yeah.
Or stay the same.
No, I'd go back.
Would you? I'm
Yeah.
so surprised to hear that.
No, because you can, first of all, I'll be like, all right, let's invest in Bitcoin now. So I'll make more than the 500,000 anyway. But it's also like, I would never so you guys just got to understand. I know that a lot of times it seems like it's difficult to save money and you're just thinking like, how is it even possible? You know what I mean? Like the rich just get richer and we just stay the same. But like, if you can look at your expenses and you can say, okay, well, I spend $340 on the club every week. Just spend $300 and save $40 a week. And eventually you'll get some money and then start looking for like safe investments. You know what I mean? Get an ETF or something.
So you're saying that you would be able to save, like you look back and you say, I could have saved so much fucking more money in that time.
What, like, I think people think that you can either have a good time or save money, and it's just not the case. Like, work a
interesting.
part-time job, you know what I mean? Focus on your studies. Like, I know in certain areas when minimum wage is really low, it's hard.
Yeah,
Like Australia, we do have quite a high minimum wage, but we also have very high cost of living.
we
Like,
do. We have a
It's
fucking high cost
not
of living.
it's not a cheap fucking place to
Yeah.
live. So
Like, for instance, if you're paying, just to compare rent, because you guys probably live overseas, if in Australia, in Sydney, if you're living on around, if your rent is around $350 Australian a week for a room, that's probably average. Average for a nice area.
pre-COVID,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, pre-COVID, definitely 350.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And that, so put that that's how expensive rent is. They put it per week. So per month, that's what, like fucking $1,500 a month. So
Yeah.
it's, yeah. And then compared to your normal salary, which, whatever, could be 2 or 3 times that.
Yeah, I just don't think like, I think time is your most valuable asset.
Yeah. And if you can
Imagine
get
if you
more-
lost 5 years of experience just
See,
for
the thing is-
500k. What the fuck? Who cares?
Yeah. So even though I feel like in 5 years you're not going to save more than 500k,
Maybe not. Who cares?
but I would not take either of those options, because at the moment I'm 23, actually around 23 and a half. From 18 to 23 is such a fucking grind, bro. It's just uni, studying, There's occasional partying here and there, but I would not.
Occasional party. You
I'm
retarded,
not going to go
mate?
through. Yeah, we
It was
partied quite a
constant
bit.
partying.
Yeah. But I don't want to go through all that shit, all that fucking studying and all that stress. I don't want to go through all that shit again. I'm so glad I'm done. I don't want to study a postgrad for another 5-10 years. Like I want to miss that before I do it again. And there's no way I could get myself to go through that all again.
No, I know what you mean, but the only reason why I'd push back is you could again get the money through like experiences. You know, invest in Tesla, invest in Bitcoin, all that kind of shit. And then just be like, oh yeah, cool. In 5 years' time, I'll pull it out. Like,
Yeah.
I'll have a nice little profit.
If the rest of life did the same thing that we know it's going to do,
Yeah.
that would be fucking insane. The possibilities would be endless. But I
If
didn't
it
think
was
about
all
that
the same though, and you had to live out what had happened, that'd be shit. Like, why am I just living old experiences? But I would never trade money for time. Time is too valuable. Like,
Yeah.
you're on this earth for 80 years. Who knows? Maybe it's longer in the future.
Yeah, I think 80 is probably what our expected life is.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It just depends what happens in the future. But like,
Do you
why
think the
would you give
generation
up?
after us is going to be as good as our generation?
What do you mean it's good?
Like, do you think their quality of life is going to be as good?
It's going to be way better.
I'm thinking like
When is it
climate
a
change and
decreased?
shit. Climate change. Like they won't have oil. Cars.
So what?
Cars
Well,
with
first of all,
petrol
they
won't be a
will
thing.
have oil. There's
Like,
plenty
they
of
will-
oil.
Oh, not for 80 years.
Of course there is. What do you mean? You think oil's going to be gone in
I
our
think
lifetime?
that oil will be completely switched to a different thing.
No,
Electric
switch
cars
is
are already
different.
taken over.
Switch is different.
It'll
Switch
be
isn't run
available.
out.
Yeah. Anyway, I do think that.
Also,
So
you got gas and
I don't
stuff.
think that kids. I think that even our grandkids, so not even like the generation that come after we pass away, our grandkids will not have a driver's license.
Yeah,
For
I
them,
agree.
it'll be like for us having a fucking like a Walkman. Like, we'll
Yeah.
know what it is, and we'll be like, "Oh, I can't believe you had that." But like, kids now don't know how to use a radio.
It'll be like a pen license.
It'll be like well, that's gonna always be a thing, I think.
I don't think so.
But I think that just self-driving
laptop
cars are
license.
just gonna take over. No one's gonna need to catch a train. No one's gonna need to drive a car. Like they'll be like, it's so dangerous. Cars are driving at 250 k's an hour, 150 miles an hour. There's no way a human can control this.
And it's going to be the insurance on having your own car is going to be so astronomical because I know people love to think they're great drivers, but just statistically speaking, you're all not.
Dude, absolutely agree. It was so funny because I saw this study and it said that they tested people the most dangerous demographic of drivers. So that's
Yeah.
men between 16 or actually probably 18 and 24. It was the most risky category of drivers. And they
Yeah.
asked them, how good do you think you are at driving?
Oh, yeah.
And interestingly, so they asked all categories. So the oldest men, the oldest women, and the safest ones, and they compared them to the riskiest ones.
yeah.
The drivers who thought they were the best at driving were the most risky drivers.
Yeah. It's like you see those videos of people like driving BMWs just drifting in and out of traffic, and there's all these people like, yo, that's amazing. I'm like, bro, you're going to fucking kill someone, you
Yeah,
dickhead. You're
yeah.
not Fast and Furious, you wanker.
And the worst thing is that, I mean, me being part of that category at
Yeah.
the moment, I still think that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
You're drifting in and out of lanes.
You're going to cause an accident. I
Yeah.
mean, fucking, oh, Jesus Christ. I was thinking this. Speaking of fucking accidents,
Yeah.
I've got a little story time for you,
Oh,
lads.
okay. Fair
So,
enough.
I used to work for a company.
Yep.
I had to go, I had to travel to a site that we had, and it was in Wollongong.
An hour and a half away from Sydney.
Yeah. But I had to go via train, so it's 3 hours.
Oh.
So long. Such a sack. So
Yeah.
I'm already going there midway through the day. I'm going all the way to Wollongong just to hand off like this one small parcel. It was such a sack.
One parcel.
Yeah. It's so annoying.
Fucking there's no shipping or anything?
No, because I need it that day.
Sheesh.
So anyway, so I do that. I'm going down and I'm already kind of annoyed. My phone's like kind of dying.
Yep.
I bought like some portable charger thing
Mhm.
from a place and I plugged it in. So we go back, and as we go back, we start hearing this like noise. Like I hear the from the train.
Yep.
And we're like, what the fuck?
This is on the way back.
Yeah, on the way back.
Yeah.
So I've already spent 3 hours getting there.
Yeah.
And then getting back, it's already sack. I'm tired. I just want to go home. Now, turns out, to cut a long story short, a guy was joking with his mates, like, oh, I'm going to jump on the track kind of thing. Slipped, fell, got hit by the train, vaporized. Mincemeat.
What? What the? Bro, what?
Yeah. So we're all on the train and we're like, wait, what the fuck just happened? And then people start like whispering and stuff like that. One girl I was speaking to on the train actually saw it fucking happen. And we were all like, Jesus Christ. And so, and the thing is, I've been on trains where like people have died, like on train lines, but like, in the future, like 7 stops away or something like that. And you just sat there for 45 minutes like, yo, can we fucking go? Like, but I've never been on the actual train where the person's died, right?
Okay.
And then after a while, like, 20 minutes pass, you're still like, oh, that's horrible. Then 30 minutes pass, you're like, Yeah, that sucks. Then an hour in, you're like, oh, who cares? 2 hours in, we're not moved. I'm like, yo, that selfish fucking cunt. Couldn't you kill yourself on the next train, you dickhead? I'm trying to go home. And what I started realizing is, why do delays make people bad people? Like, why is it when you're held up and you know, your flight's cancelled and you're like, yo, these fucking geese, I want them all to die because one of them flew into the engine.
Yeah, bro. Oh, look, I agree.
I was tired. I wanted to go home. Have you ever sat on a train for fucking 4 hours and then suddenly you have to wait there for 2? You become less sympathetic.
I haven't. But I totally get what you're saying. I was literally telling you just before, bro. Like, literally, you get used to comfort and everything being there immediately.
Yeah.
You get used to, like, you know, the corner shop being that close to you. And if one little obstacle happens in there that makes it a longer walk, suddenly you're fucking annoyed because you need to walk an extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, look, Baz had a fence put up that meant his Woolworths walk was 5 minutes instead of 3.
Yeah.
I had a guy die on a train. It is what it is. I don't know what you want from me, mate. Like, is it fucked up? Yes. But maybe this is my way of dealing. I don't know.
Yeah. It is funny how human emotions can change so fucking quickly.
Oh, and the slightest
Like,
inconvenience.
literally, you could have the best possible day. You could have the most amazing day. Realize that your fucking girlfriend's been cheating on you and you forget about all that good shit and it's just...
Yeah. Or as we discussed earlier, if you're into cock shit, you get hard and you're like, oh, can I see?
Oh,
it depends on your situation.
Actually,
But yeah, I never understood the idea of cutting someone off in traffic. I always thought that must have meant, as a kid, I thought it must have meant something so bad. Because people always say like, you cut me off. I'm just thinking American t-shirt. And they just like, you know, they try and have fights. And then I found out that means going in front of someone.
Yeah. I don't understand why.
Bro, are you fucking retarded? Why are people trying to fight people because of that shit?
I have no idea why people think cutting off. I don't even know what the fuck cutting off is. I'm sure I'm wrong about it because if it's literally just driving in front of someone,
maybe it's like last second. If it's about almost causing an accident because it's that last second, that makes sense to me. But if it's just you're now one car behind the line and you were now going to get there 2 minutes late, it's like. I
will totally understand it if you're in a parking lot and you're just about to take that fucking spot and then someone else takes it. Someone cuts you off and takes it.
Have you ever seen those fucking videos where like the people stand in the parking spot, like trying to section it off?
Well, like saving it for their friend?
Yeah, so someone's there. They're rightfully getting the parking spot and then someone runs in and says, no, this is ours.
Fucking what?
Like, you retarded, bitch? I'll run you the fuck over.
Someone's done that?
Yeah, there's mad videos on YouTube. It's fucking hilarious, mate.
What?
Dog, you're just like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of here.
Bro, that's fucking first one gets it. That's the rule of the car park.
So stupid, mate.
You can't, what the hell? Dude, and they feel entitled to that spot because they, what gives them the entitlement?
I don't get how people don't get embarrassed. Like, how do you not get embarrassed enough to just move?
I think
you're causing such a scene.
Shamelessness. They'd say like, I just don't care about being embarrassed by someone I don't know and we'll never see again. So they're still embarrassed, but they just
have some fucking self-awareness, you fucking weirdo, mate.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah. It's the entitlement that's fucking annoying,
Because,
it's like, what makes you feel entitled to this fucking spot? It's not yours. Whoever gets it first gets it. You can't save it. You can't save it for a friend. If you want to get a private parking, get a private parking. It's that simple.
Exactly.
But that's insane.
Do you know what's fucking... It's so off topic what we're talking about, but it made me laugh in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
So, do you know what The Wiggles is?
The Wiggles?
Yeah.
Yeah, the TV show.
Yeah. Shout out to, I don't know if it's overseas, if that's an international thing, but definitely shout out to the Aussie listeners.
Yeah.
So The Wiggles these days, all the cast are pretty much gone, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
So like, there's a chick there, I think she's the like yellow one now or something like that. Yeah. And, in today's day and age, you see things like people get cast for diversity. So for instance, The Little Mermaid is black, the new one or something like that.
Really?
Right? Yeah. And there was the animated Spider-Man with the black Spider-Man guy. And it's like, it's a heated topic kind of thing. Some people like diversity and that kind of shit. Some people don't. It is what it is. But it just made me funny because I looked at the Wiggles and it's like, I swear they were more diverse before. Like they had...
What are they now?
I think they're just all fucking white people and then a chick. I don't know. But the chick's the leader, so I guess that's it. But like before they had the purple Wiggle, like Jeff, the Asian guy.
Yeah, I remember there was
I think he's Asian. There was that guy Anthony, who I'm assuming is Italian. I don't know.
Wasn't there 2 chicks?
Hey, yeah, there was no chicks before. No, there were chicks who were like in there. They had the fucking the gay pirate Captain Feathersword.
What?
Like Captain Feathersword, there's no way that guy is not gay. That thing was like a fucking dildo. I swear we saw it at Mardi Gras, mate. Like,
Bro, we probably did. We saw some fucking weird shit.
Yeah, I know. You felt some weird shit, bro. I saw that guy fucking fisting you at the end of the night. But
yeah. Dude. Bro, there was fucking guys that looked like hot girls, and it was fucking scary. Like, they were wearing dresses to celebrate it. Huh?
No, they did not look like hot guy.
They did.
Hot
You said it.
You were the one sucking their dicks. I was just filming saying
true.
World Star.
That's not true. Just as an FYI.
Yeah, I mean, you can say what you want to say, but I think we all knew.
Oh, man.
There was a reason why you had rashes on your hands, and that was because you were being vigorous with it. Like, respect to you, it looked, not good, but they enjoyed themselves, I think.
Bro, this didn't happen.
Bro, the bukkake at the end, like, you looked like you really enjoyed yourself. You're sticking out your tongue or something like that. It's like when you drink water, but you're scared of, like, touching your lips on the thing, like, fountaining it, you know what I mean? You're like,
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
They're always fucking awkward when you found that shit. It looks like you're taking a fucking dick in your mouth.
Yo, and the reason why I know that this is true is because I've seen Basil Fountain and also take a dick in his mouth.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And it does look quite similar.
You know what we should do? Actually, I've just thought about this now. We're about an hour and a minute.
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to all those people who got the secret word, and then we need to come up with the secret word.
Okay, we'll do the secret word after the shout outs. Yeah, so
Sweet.
How about we just do the ones who have 3? Because there's a lot of people who've said the secret words, but if you've got all 3.
So a few people have done it for all 3.
Yeah, we'll do a few. Yeah.
Sweet.
Shout out, Hey, I'm Aaron, Albert Wainwright, Julian Camacho Martinez.
Yep. David G.
Yeah.
Fucking legend David G. Asking some questions as well. Alexander J.E.
Ralph Hubin. Or Halbin.
Mark. Just the cunt with the black
Yeah.
guy. Bro, Mark makes me laugh so fucking hard.
I think
bro.
Ralph Harbin, the guy who sent us the video was called Ralph H, so I assume it's the same guy. So fucking big ups to you, mate.
Fucking Ralph H, bro. You're a legend, man. As well as Albert Wainwright. You're still the first guy who commented, right?
No, it was Hey, I'm Aaron.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yo, respect to Aaron. Good on you, mate.
Bro, Aaron, fucking legend.
Mr. Albino Man.
The
User
other legend,
webnet.
Zeppelantis.
Yeah, user website bio, him.
Mr. Albino Man, yeah, you just said his name, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go.
Alexander J.E., you got 3.
Legend.
Blood. Respect to Blood.
Fucking respect to Blood, bro. Respect. And everyone who's gotten 2 and 1, we've got a spreadsheet and we've got all your names.
Don't worry, we're
down.
tracking it all.
You know what I'm thinking about doing for that one?
What's that?
When we make the cam on, I want to get all of these ones here
Yeah.
and then put a picture behind us that's clear enough so everyone can see the name. And the more you've put it on there, you have a bigger, like your name is bigger. So what, and
Ooh,
that
a pie.
painting, huh?
Like a pie chart or something.
It's like a pie chart, but instead of there being like different segments of a pie, it's your name.
Oh, so it's like a word cloud.
Exactly. And then the names
like
there are based on how often you've done it. So if you've done it 5 out of 5 times, your name is the fucking biggest on the board.
Yeah.
Along with everyone else who's done it that many times.
That's pretty sick.
And then it'll be there forever. And this one, we're already at how many? How many people have done the secret?
I think we've got like 54, 48, 44.
44.
Like that.
Yeah, 44. So I reckon we stop at around 50 or 100, something like that. And then we can only fit them all in, you know?
Yeah.
I'm so keen for that. And for the secret word of today, what shall we put?
Fit her in.
Fit her in.
Can she fit it? I don't know.
Can she fit it?
Nah, that's shit. What did we talk about? Mincemeat?
Let's do mincemeat. I like that.
Mincemeat.
Okay,
There we
so
go.
the secret word for this one is mincemeat. And there's a chance that you won't hear that story because we're thinking about cutting it out.
Yeah,
so
we'll see what happens.
if we do cut it out, tell us what you think mincemeat refers to. Oh man, that'd be so funny if we do end up cutting that one out. Oh man. Anyway,
It is what it is.
shit, man. Thank you so much everyone for coming. Let me just see how far we're in. We're 1 hour and 5 minutes in.
Yeah, easy.
That's a fucking good time. We'll give you a few more minutes to your day, boys. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Milk Bucket.
Cheers for that. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
But remember, what was the fucking competitions we had? We had the beer one. Do that. We had message our Instagram with your funniest virginity loss experience.
Yeah.
Whether it be you or your
just if you have
mates.
anything else we want to discuss. It's not just limited to...
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, we would like to hear that. That's a story that most people can relate to. So
Yeah,
keen to hear
we'll give
that.
you a shout out. Yeah, I don't know.
Give us suggestions on what more you want to hear. Like,
Yeah.
we have a lot of people asking for gaming content. And like they sort of, not specifically gaming content, but more like just short of like, medium term content, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, just like tell us what you want, you know?
Yeah.
Because at the moment, it's just more about a time thing, making sure we have time to like edit everything and stuff like that. So, also, remember the expression of interesting, the merch one. Make sure you hit up that.
Totally, yeah. Before you forget, go to the YouTube video that says on the first link. We'll put it. The first link has got a link to a Google questionnaire. Just fill in that questionnaire. It'll literally just be like, what type of merch do you like? This is roughly what we're planning on charging. We want to keep it relatively cheap.
Yeah. We're not trying to fucking scalp you guys.
Fuck that. No.
But also, just understand, like, if you can't afford it, you're not less of a fan. So don't worry. We're not trying to say you're not cool if you don't do this shit.
You're all legends.
But we're trying to think like in terms of how we could take this to the next level. Yeah. That's one of the things.
Or arguably we could do it so that you can have your name stamped on it or something like that. And then it's limited to you. I don't even know if that's possible.
Bro, no. The costs are going to be ridiculous.
Bro, the cost will be ridiculous.
We'd have to charge $100 just to break even.
Dude.
Let's not do that. But
man,
we'll have something sick. And potentially, if we do go ahead with that, we can have competitions about like, you know, designs for logos and all that kind of shit. And we love fan interaction. So if you got any more suggestions, hit us up. And we'll be able to get back to you.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Anyway, see you next week with Milk Bucket. Have a good one, lads.
See you, boys.
Bye.